The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
Thank you for joining us as always here on FRC Media, and just about every Wednesday we have the opportunity to speak for a few moments with the Mayor of the City of Fall River, getting up to date on what's happening in Fall River. And Mayor Paul Coogan joins us this morning. Mayor, how are you?
I'm doing okay, but I don't want people making fun of my Band-Aid. I had a little surgery and I'm at work anyway, but it's nothing bad. It's just something I had to get cleaned up.
So, the joke would have been, did Judy come after you again?
That joke is out there, believe me, Keith. Like I told you earlier, I said people believe that more than the surgery story, so I got to stay with the surgery.
That's right.
Right.
Only the facts here.
Yeah,
So, all right, Mayor, I actually want to start today to talk about our recent string of weather. We had some snow on Sunday, not a whole lot, but the city was able to take care of it in terms of the streets. We've had some bitterly cold weather Monday, Tuesday, today on Wednesday. How has it been out there in terms of people you've seen? We still have a big concern about the homeless in Fall River. What have you seen over the last few days in terms of how people are dealing with it and what the city and its community partners have done to step up?
Well, that's a very, very big question. Right off the bat, though, I can tell you that the First Baptist Church has been running an overflow shelter at night. We had about 30 people in there last night, which is in addition to roughly 30 on the Tomeo Center and 50 at First Step In. Obviously, there's a lot of people looking for shelter when it gets that cold. People that might not even ordinarily come in, that might live in a car that people may not know about, will come to shelter when it's that cold instead of running the engine all night. We've had a number of people, Scotty's, staff up here, obviously the staff at First Baptist Church, Reverend Springs really helps us there. Christopher's brought some fruit by and some snacks for the residents. It's just a tremendous challenge. I've been in both of the shelters since this hit. We'll be open again tonight, and we're going to probably extend another night if we can to keep people off the streets. They told me that there were, 5 or 7 people in the lobby of the police station the other night. It's just too cold to be outside. We want people to come in, stay warm. I'm hearing there's still people that want to live out there. They have been offered numerous times to come to shelter. The public gets mad and said, why are they out there? But at the same time, you can't go over there and handcuff people and bring them in. People have to want to come for help. People that want help will get help, but at the same time, it's their individual choice. And we're doing everything we can to get them in, but at the same time, it's a battle.
And I know we've talked about this many times, and unfortunately, we have to continue to talk about it just to make sure people are aware. The city has limited resources to really make an effort here. And you mentioned it before about how there are members of the community that are really coming together to support. Part of it is, I know that your administration does ask for help in terms of some of these warming shelters, but people are willing to really come up and really lend a hand. And that's going to make you feel good, even though the problem is still there. The awareness is still there, but people are really stepping forward.
Absolutely. I mean, we have so many people, Christ the Rock Church. I mean, as I said earlier, Christopher's, anybody that goes out and helps, to support people that are in really, really difficult situations. And don't get me wrong, some of these cases are extremely, extremely challenging. I went over on Sunday with my wife and looked at a homeless shelter in New Bedford that said he had room for people. I'll end up talking to him again later, but we're looking for places that people can go where they can get fed, where they can stay warm, and hopefully get some counseling or some supports to help them with what's going on in their life. It's a remarkable challenge. I saw it on the news last night that the number of homeless people in Rhode Island, I think it's doubled in the last 5 or 7 years. This is something that society is going to have to deal with. As I've said 100 times, I think this goes back to the days of deinstitutionalization Some of these people are not able to take care of themselves. They need guidance, they need support, they need meals, they need showers, they need counseling, they need therapy. And I don't know if you can do it on the streets or on the rail trail or behind a mill. I just don't know if that's how it works. It's very, very challenging.
Yeah. All right, I'd like to move on to some other news. We had the chance to talk about this literally, I believe, 2 days before Christmas, and maybe people didn't actually see that because of the holidays. But just before Christmas, there was a tentative agreement between the school committee and the Florida Educators Association for a new teachers contract. The FREA just yesterday sent out a release saying that their union has overwhelmingly ratified that contract and now goes before the school committee. Talk again about the importance of getting this done and what it means for teacher recruitment and retention here in Fall River.
Oh, it's extremely important. Fall River was always the bottom rung on the ladder as far as pay and benefits for our teachers. I mean, I was there a long time. I was on the other side of the coin when I was in the union, and I wanted just us to be equal or close to the surrounding communities when I was there, and that's why I think at the end, myself and the vice chairman, Mimi Larrabee, got involved and went to the negotiations and helped work through the final last few parts of the contract. I think our teachers deserve it. I think that job is extremely, extremely challenging, and I'm glad we got it done. There's a bunch of other unions that are coming in right behind them. I don't know where those negotiations are going to end up yet. I'm hearing things back and forth on all of them. But at the same time, we want to pay people. And that's kind of, it's funny because it's kind of what we did with the police. If you remember, we gave them a substantial increase to make them competitive. We gave DCM an increase. Our firemen did very well. There's some people in Government Center that I think are paid a lot less than neighboring communities. This is just the way it is right now. We're in a period of high inflation. We're in a period of increasing costs, and people have to be paid within some kind of range of each other. We don't have to be the highest, but we sure don't have to be the lowest either. And I think that that's what we strive for, to get people that want to work for the city, whether it's teachers, police, fire, DCM, EMS, that are paid decently, that work hard and do what they're supposed to do. Along with the additional funds, I hope the additional responsibilities follow and people take their jobs seriously and do the best for the residents of the city of Fall River.
All right, Mayor, I will leave you be. Get some rest. Hopefully all will work out well with your recent surgery, and we'll talk again soon. I appreciate it.
All right, Keith. Thank you.
All right. And thank you for joining us here in FRC Media. Have a great week.